Why is the Aegis Avenger Titan widely considered the best starter ship in game? Well, we'll talk about that in this video. Folks, welcome to the channel, and if you're thinking about getting your starter ship and you want to spend a little bit more money than your Aurora, this is the video for you. You probably saw a bunch of videos regarding the Avenger Titan already, but I promise you'll learn a couple of things that you didn't know, or at the very least hadn't considered. Keep in mind you can play completely for free still for 3 more days following the link below to Robert Space Industries. Do use the referral code when creating the account. It's going to be giving you a little bit more extra money. So why is this ship so great? Well, first of all, look at it. It looks awesome. It is fantastic. Now this is the solar wind paint, which just looks incredible, but the typical Space Penguin black and white looks fine as well. It just flies like a little fighter, actually, and that's one of the biggest advantages that it has, while at the same time having a decent amount of cargo on the back. You have 2 size 3 hardpoints on the wings, and you have a size 4 weapon mount on the nose, which you can get a decent ballistic Gatling like the one I have set, and those missile racks you can replace for 4 size 1 missiles on each wing. Now, one of the things you don't often see heard is that many ships lose their weapons when they get damaged. The wings get blown off and you lose their weapons along with it. Not the Avenger Titan. The Avenger Titan retains its weapons as it starts losing chunks of ship. So it flies very nice, it is fast, it is agile, it flies like a little fighter, but at the same time it has some decent capacity, and you have the all-important bed. You want to have a bed so as to log out. Now, from the inside, you have decent amount of visibility. This is a little bit old school. This is not as nice as some of the newer ones, but the visibility is definitely there. One of the things that is very important in the Avenger Titan is that you have 2 entry points. You can access through a ladder directly onto the cockpit into that pilot seat, or through the back through a ramp. Now this makes it super versatile because even big ships lack 2 entry points, and believe me, when things go wrong, when your ship gets blown through the surface of a moon because of wind conditions, or like you see now, climate, you will appreciate having those 2 entry points. I cannot tell you how many times it has saved a day. Besides that, it's also a matter of practicality. If you just want to walk in with a package for delivery, you use the ramp. If you're in a hurry because you're getting shot at, you have to leave quickly, you just go straight for that cockpit ladder, and that's just wonderful. It makes it super versatile. Let's get out of here. You have 2 size 1 shields. You have a quantum drive size 1, which you will probably want to replace for an Atlas, which is the best one for that. Pretty much everything here has been tested time and again, and it is reliable. It does work. The bed for logging out works fantastically well. The Aurora, for example, if you don't have a helmet and an undersuit, you have a chance of asphyxiation because you're like outside of the ship or something like that, glitches through. Whatever the case, you have the bed in the Aurora, but you have to wear a suit and helmet. Not here. Here it just works great. The bed is all you need. All of the bathroom, food processing, all of that is bullshit at this point. None of that actually works. Now here you see something else that I've seen missed in many reviews. Yes, you can get a land vehicle in your Avenger Titan. This is the Grey Cat PTV. It's not fantastic. It's not the best one, the coolest one, but it is super cheap in game. You can buy it, and it is very affordable. Now here you have about 8 SU of cargo capacity, and that makes it a lot better. As you see, there's really not a whole lot room to spare, but not a problem. Yeah, I actually glitched through through the skin of the ship. But one more thing that you can immediately appreciate as well, often not mentioned, you don't have to search for a little button. It is the entire back of the ramp which works as a button. So you just press on it, and the same goes when walking in. You don't have to search for anything. You just click, like in general direction of the ramp, and there you go. You just close the entire door. Once you get the hang of it, you just run through it and click on it, and it closes behind you. If someone is shooting at you, which often happens, you don't have to worry. You just walk through or run, and once you get the hang of it, you just click on it and you're off. You don't have to worry. So as you see, little vehicle, that's something. Yeah, actually, let's go on the other side. Little vehicle here, it is super handy and cheap. You don't have to worry. Now, let's say you filled, like what you see now. I'm having, it just moved, and it's a little bit inconvenient. Well, if you fill it up with cargo, you won't be able to access through the back. But again, 2 entry points means that I just close that ramp and I just access through the other side. If there's any kind of weird glitch, if there's anything wrong at all, I have that extra entry point so as to get straight into my pilot seat and take off immediately. Finally, one last thing to keep in mind: once you have your Avenger Titan, you have not only a little courier ship that is a little bit of a cargo, great for dropping boxes, nice for combat too. But I used it in my video about how clearing your crime set in Korea. That's because you have the important ejection seats. The button right here, you will eject, and that allows you to drop into Korea so as to go clear your crime set. You don't have that in most other starter ships, unless you're going for a dedicated fighter, but then you're missing the bed, you don't have the ramp, let alone carrying a vehicle, all things that you just will miss out if you don't have it. Man, I had this as my starter ship from day one. I appreciate it from the first moment. This became my little home in space. They just have a little bit of food in here, and it used to be that it spawned with some little bit of food there on the floor, which was super cool. I was just remembering that right now. It's no longer the case. Now you actually need like a little fridge or something in the newer ships. But back in the day, you used to have some little bit of food thrown around there in your ship, which was nice. Components, things that they'll eventually fix and work on, but 8 SCU of cargo, you're not going to be making a lot of bank with that, but it will give you a little bit of a taste of what running drugs and so on it feels like. It will allow you to move on to better, bigger things, but you'll always want to have your Avenger Titan. Over the years, talking with a number of people, whoever melts their Avenger Titan starter, they all ended up going back to it or buying one more, or at the very least, buying it in game. You always want to have your Avenger Titan with you. Folks, I cannot recommend it enough. If you want to go beyond those 40, 45 bucks of your starter ship, no, this is the ship for you. The Sulen, whatever it is, it's just, it's nice and all if you like the alien stuff, but it's not nearly as awesome as the Avenger Titan. This is the way to go. This is the way. Folks, see you next time. Take care.